Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. GMA's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins. Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 101. I'm Connor Murphy here with Grace Matthews. Hi, Grace. How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Good. Enjoying the summer so far?
Oh, absolutely. It's a good summer in the Ozarks. Hot, humid, dry, my kind of weather.
Yeah, it's kind of smartened up out here, too. So we're getting a bit of heat now, and thank God, because my garden sure could have used it.
Oh, yeah. How are your tomatoes?
They haven't really grown much in the last few weeks because
That's
just...
mine was last year.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we've got a lot of heat. We're close to, playing around in the 90s out here. So it's one of those things where you got to water every day.
Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I just wanted to, before we get started, wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day, belated. Hope everybody had a great Father's Day.
Yes, happy Father's Day, everybody.
And we know there's lots of good ones, and sometimes dads get the short end of the deal.
Yeah.
So I hope it was a good one. But speaking of fathers and families.
Yeah, wow.
Oh boy, there's a storm of a storm is blowing through as we at the border.
I prefer to say hit the fan.
You got that right.
Big time.
Oh my gosh. And everybody started screaming, I think last Thursday. We talked about it a little bit on the air.
You're right.
They started with screaming at Sarah Sanders in the press meeting last week about, we're separating parents and children, and don't you care about that? Sarah, you have children. One of the reporters said, Sarah, you have children. Don't you care? As if Sarah makes rules or laws.
Yeah, exactly.
She just tells what the president's doing and a little bit about what he's thinking. She doesn't really have much power.
Exactly.
She is the press secretary. Okay. Anyway, they started screaming about it. And it started out with one or two and it grew. And before the weekend was over, this was presented as a full crisis, as if no one had ever separated criminals from their children.
Yeah, and the finger pointing and slinging that was going back and forth was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, not just from like political heads. I'm talking about friends on Facebook. Outward.
Exactly. I don't like children to be separated from parents. But when a parent commits a crime, what else are you supposed to do? That's the way the law is written.
Right.
Now, if you want to make a concession, change the law.
Yeah, which is going to take a little bit of time at least.
It is. It's like if a mother takes her child into Macy's and starts shoplifting, when they arrest her, they don't take her child with her to jail.
Exactly.
They call relatives and family services, CPS, whatever it's called. All the areas call it something different. But you don't take children to jail. Right. Now, even when these parents are separated from their children, Connor, for this immigration violation, it's 20 days. It's not 20 years.
Right.
It's only 20 days, and the kids are like a day camp. They get school, they get 3 meals, they get clothing, they get video games, movie night, field trips. I mean, you could just tell your kid it's a glorified camp, I guess.
Right. Well, you mentioned this weeks ago that those first images that we saw of the children in cages, those were from 2014 under Obama's government.
Oh, yeah. In fact, more children were separated from their parents during Obama's reign than anyone's.
But nobody seemed to care about the actual facts.
They didn't care because really this isn't about the children. Yeah. It's about, I wish it was about the children. It's about hating Trump.
Yeah.
You brought up earlier that in 1997 this law was passed. That was under Bill Clinton.
Exactly.
Okay? Now, let's even think about it. If a mom is serving time in prison for selling to Mary Jane, and she's pregnant and she has a baby in prison, they take the baby. They don't keep the baby in prison.
Right.
Now, one can argue that that's not much of a crime. In fact, these days, most people argue that that's not much of a crime. It doesn't matter. The law is the law. The law does not decipher, this is a really bad crime, this is not so bad crime. If you're in jail or prison, your children can't be with you.
Right, because you're probably a harm to them.
And, okay, let's go with that. If you drag your little children across across the deserts, hop a train, I don't know sometimes they're in trucks. I mean, they have all sorts of different dangerous ways of getting across that border. I can't even fathom that it is not negligent to bring a child illegally across the border. Forget that you're breaking our laws. What are you doing to that child?
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of decisions are you making that are putting your child in danger?
I mean, sometimes they have no choice. They really don't.
Sometimes, but if they don't have a choice, they can come through the front door.
Yeah. True that.
I really believe that. I really do. There was a picture of one child with disabilities. Are you kidding me? They couldn't come through the front door with that kid.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 minute. The United States is a compassionate country. Canada is a compassionate country. Now, that doesn't mean we can let every single person in. But if you've got a kid with disabilities that needs medical attention, we are going to let you in.
It just shocked me, I think, to see friends that were just, screaming at each other on social media because nobody really cared about the facts. It was just stop it from happening, And I saw the whole thing kind of evolve into the finger-pointing Democrats, finger-pointing against Republicans and back and forth, and it was just a swinging match. And then I started to think, what exactly are they doing here? And there's got to be some distraction happening right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, remember the ID report that's coming out.
Yeah, exactly where I was heading. So it kind of made a little more sense to what was going on when I remembered that. Yeah.
Wouldn't you like it if just once it was about what it seemed to be about?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like it if just once it was about these children?
Yeah.
Or about these immigrants? But
yeah.
It's not. It's about the IG report coming out.
Yeah.
Well, it already came out.
Yeah.
The bad thing is, or the good thing, however you want to look at it, Trump will this afternoon sign a bill that will keep parents from being separated from their children.
Right.
Illegals. How that's going to be, they were having a round table trying to discuss it. They, of course, got attorneys. You can't just write it down and go, okay, this is what we're going to do. This will be an executive order, and if Congress and the Senate does not pass this into law, then every one of them should be out in the terms. If they don't make this a law, this executive order that they have bitched and complained about, if they don't make a law, then they should all be out.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, it's getting old. It's getting old for everything to be so political and more about hating Trump than loving even children.
If Trump cured cancer tomorrow, the next day the Democrats would be coming out going, rioting and going, we want our cancer back.
Oh, yeah.
He can't do anything, right?
No, he can't do anything right. And right now, I think he might be incredibly popular. I don't think anybody can beat him right now.
Well,
I think the voters think much differently than what you see. The economy is good. He is checking off his list of campaign promises one by one. That's something we've never seen.
Well, he's also checking off.
Whether you like.
He's also checking off his list of countries he could piss off.
Oh, I agree. I'm just talking about if you were an American citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that a little later.
Would I rather have Trump instead of Trudeau? Absolutely. Not even a question in my mind. You know what? I'll take the mailman over Trudeau, but that's a whole other story. We'll get there.
Yeah, it is. We'll get there. I want to talk about immigration is a problem all over the world. We've talked about how it is a problem in the United States. We've talked about how it's a problem in Canada, and we have discussed the issues before as related to Germany. 3 years ago, Angela Merkel decided to ask them all to come. Refugees, immigrants, come in because Germany had too many jobs, okay? It was a big mistake, okay? They even coined a new term in Germany about rapist jihad because they were raping so many of the German women. They had to close a lot of the bathhouses. Germany began in just a short time to lose their own culture. They had to quit serving pork at schools. Imagine Germans quitting serving pork.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, the sausages. What are they going to do? Okay, they love sausage.
Yeah.
They've never done that for Jews. Jews have never asked for that.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Ballsy.
But it is. So, about a year ago, I remember Angela Merkel being asked, are you sorry? Do you wish that you had closed your borders off? And she said no. Now, she is the daughter of a Lutheran minister, and she very much believes in, that this is like her mission. And more likely than not, I'm guessing it's about a 95% chance by Friday, she's done. Either
Wow.
she steps down or they remove her because Germany has lost all control of its culture and the safety of its citizens. They're starting to cancel. How Germans love to have street festivals, like fairs and, like their Oktoberfest and you have Christmas Fest. They're starting to have to cancel them.
Wow.
Because their people are unsafe. They were grabbing the behinds of young girls at the bathhouses or the really indoor swimming pools.
Well, this is exactly what Tommy Robinson, the journalist, is doing in jail for reporting on this, correct?
That's true.
Yeah. So, there was a lot of riots in Europe over the last few days and the weekend as well with the people fighting for free speech and the release of Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
I mean, what happened to the people should know? This is ridiculous that a journalist gets jailed for reporting the news. Really? It really makes you question.
It really scares me. It really does, because this is a global movement. Things are changing globally.
Yeah, and Trudeau did the same thing.
Trump,
Trudeau did the same thing as Merkel and invited them in. And now look what's happened to Eastern Canada.
Well, look what's happened to Trudeau. He's not very popular.
No. He's not.
Just like Angela Merkel. And I will tell you that I also think that when this G7, and I'm using quotes, situation took place, Trump already knew Merkel was in trouble, so he wasn't going to take her that seriously. He's thinking Trudeau's in trouble. Trump makes it his business to know this kind of thing. And what a perfect time for him to push buttons. It's the art of the deal. I'm not saying it's perfect by my standards. I'm saying insofar as the art of the deal goes.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of friends in Canada at the moment.
I'd say around the world, he's lost some friends. I think he'll get them back. I do, because it's the art of the deal.
Well, I don't know how quickly that's going to happen, because right now what's happening in Canada is people are so pissed that you guys are our number one vacation destination. If you got a vacation, you go south, across the border.
Yeah.
Well, things are changing very quickly. A lot of vacations are being canceled, and not a lot are being booked. People are choosing to spend their money within Canada.
With all due respect, I can tell you how Trump's looking at it. We are a rich nation that buys less stuff from others, and they're going to want our business.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Nobody wins with it, but yeah, he doesn't have a lot of friends in Canada right now, and it's definitely going to hurt both countries.
Oh, absolutely. In the short run. What will it do in the long run? I don't know.
Yeah. Hard to be seen.
Well, and of course, we still have all the stuff that goes on in D.C. insofar as the DOJ and the FBI. Nobody trusts either of them anymore.
No.
Especially after the Inspector General's report. The House lawmakers want those papers. And they say their next step is to subpoena them from Rod Rosenstein from the Department of Justice. Now, they've said that before. I hope to shout they just subpoena them this time.
Right.
I'm getting tired of saying that on the show. They're going to subpoena them. Okay, do it. You have the power. You are the oversight. One reason why they got so out of control is because the House lawmakers have been doing their job.
Right. Dragging their feet.
Well, yeah, and they let them get by. They're supposed to be oversight, and they've been doing it for years.
Yeah. Time to do your job.
And what is it when the mama cat's away, the kittens will play, or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people will do a lot of things when they don't have to answer to anybody.
Yeah,
sure. Remember the lovers.
Yes.
Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. Well, we don't know about Lisa Page. She quit her job or got fired. We're not even sure how they got rid of her. But about a month ago, she was gone. Peter Strzok, over the weekend, his attorney kept saying he wants to testify before the House. He's anxious to. He wants to tell his story. And everybody's going, really? Because that's really hard to believe.
Well, he might have a $10 to $12 million payday at the end, so who knows?
Well, true. Well, come to find out, he was escorted out of the FBI on Friday.
Oh.
So now he wants to tell a little story. And I bet that's exactly what it is, a little story.
Yeah. It sounds like he's trying to save his job.
And they haven't said whether he's really fired yet or they escorted him out. That means they took his gun and his badge, too.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
So, but that could just be while they investigate.
Right.
Nobody really knows.
So nothing in the news yet about him being fired?
Don't see the news, but they don't think it was fired yet, or they would say that. Anyway, but the tariffs are bad.
Yeah. Seriously, I think that there is going to be more backlash from Europe as well, which they've kind of hinted at in like the past week or so, but we still haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
So, nobody wins this. Nobody wins a trade war. Speaking of not winning, we had a by-election in Eastern Canada, in Quebec, a few days ago, and the Liberals lost. Very bad. Landslide victory.
Wow.
Landslide victory to the Progressive Conservative, which it's very odd. It's like electing a Republican in Los Angeles.
It is. Oh, yeah.
So this hasn't, they really haven't been a progressive conservative province since, the 90s. So a very big message to the Liberal government. And Trudeau looks like come next October in 2019, he's hopefully going to be a drama teacher again.
Was he a drama teacher?
Yes, that was his profession.
You know what? I didn't know that, did I?
No, I don't think he did. But he's really good at acting like an asshat.
I tell you, right. He has lots of experience doing it.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Well, I think he's been taking a lot of his direction from Dad's old playbook from the 70s, and times have changed way too much for that to be any effective.
Now, refresh my memory. Is Dad still alive?
No.
Okay.
Well, then there's the question of who is his dad, because a lot say that it could be Fidel. Yeah, a lot say it could be Fidel Castro. You haven't heard that either?
Or Obama?
No, Fidel Castro.
Obama's his one last brother.
Well, apparently his mother, Margaret Trudeau, used to spend quite a bit of time down in Cuba. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. And
so you're not joking?
No, I'm not joking. If you look at a picture,
I thought we were joking.
No, if you look at a picture of Justin Trudeau side by side with Fidel Castro, you can start to see it.
Really? I will have to try that. Oh my, that's really some juicy stuff.
Yeah, we can agree there. That's for sure.
Yeah, we don't always agree, but life's a journey, and we're all in this together. Remember, do not become anyone's victim. Thanks for listening. Godspeed, Connor, and Godspeed to all of our friends out there.
Godspeed, Grace, and thanks for listening.
Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. GMA's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins.